I'm James Turk, and I'm here today with Dimitri Speck, who's the author of this book, Geheime Goldpolitik, which in English means Secret Gold Policy. Now, your background is you're a system developer for a German fund called Städel Hanseatic. And as a system developer, you're very familiar, of course, with mathematics. And one of the things that I find very intriguing is on page 98 in your book, you've used a mathematical model to determine how much gold is in a central bank vaults and how much is actually out on loan, which is a very difficult thing to do because central banks don't really report how much gold they have in the vault and how much gold has been taken out and put into the market. But you have a range of 4,000 to 6,000 tons with a fairly high degree of probability that it's at least that much gold has been put into the market. And I just make a little footnote here that this does not include what might be happening with regard to U.S. gold, because there's just no way of determining that. But in terms of other central banks of the world, how confident are you that it's at least 4,000 to 6,000 tons of gold has been loaned by central banks into the market?
This figure is calculated by an iterative mathematical method based on the storage place in New York, where up to 50% of all foreign central bank gold has been stored. So this figure is quite accurate, but of course not absolutely precise. But it also fits with other figures that we do have. For instance, we have the figure of the Swiss central bank, how much they have leased out. And we have also in this book a quite good guess of the German Bundesbank, how much gold they have leased out, and everything fits quite good together. So we can say that until the year 2000, 2001, the central bank have leased out more and more gold, and since then they have stopped this increasing and reversed it a little bit. But they have done it through selling gold, so they sold their gold to get the gold back they had leased out previously.
Okay, understood. And the fact that they are not providing this supply of metal like they've done in the past is one of the reasons why the gold price has been rising. In other words, the market is demanding more metal than is available from existing mine supply. And now that central banks like China, just recently South Korea, are buying gold, is that likely to cause this gold price suppression by central banks? Is that scheme likely to unravel more quickly as a consequence of central banks are now buying and some of the European central banks have stopped selling and stopped leasing?
So until now, the amount that central banks are buying is not that high. But we must consider that central banks do not have one unique opinion. There are different opinions within central banks, also between central banks, and sometimes also central banks do change their mind about leasing, about buying gold. And of course, it has also advantages for a central bank to have gold, because gold does rise when the dollar does drop, for instance. Yeah. And so some central banks already start buying gold, and this might increase significantly, but still this is not visible. So I think the general financial problem that we have is simply that the volume of credit is too high, much too high. Worldwide, we have, compared to the 60s, more than double the amount of credit of private people, companies, and governments compared to the world social product, to the world economic power. So this is a real problem, and until that problem is not solved, the financial crisis will be a topic, and gold is a potential means of protecting wealth also for central banks.
Well, thank you, Dimitri. It was very great to have the opportunity to speak with you. And for all of the German-speaking viewers who are going to be watching this video, Geheime Goldpolitik, I highly recommend it. Thank you very much, Dimitri.
Thank you.